Hey Reddit. I, 25F, went on a solo weekend trip last month to a small coastal town. I booked a cute little Airbnb cottage, old but clean and cozy. The host, Marla, was in her 60s and super sweet when I arrived. She gave me a quick tour and one strange warning. The attic door stays locked. Don't open it. The old house creaks at night, ignore it. I laughed nervously but agreed. I figured it was just storage. The first night was peaceful, until around 2 a.m. when I woke up to what sounded like light footsteps above me. The attic. I reminded myself old houses make noises. I put in earbuds and went back to sleep. The second night, though, I woke up again. This time I heard a faint dragging sound. Like furniture sliding slowly across the floor above me. Then, a soft tap 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 on the ceiling. I stared up, frozen, for what felt like forever. Eventually, it stopped. The next morning, I asked Marla about it. She smiled, but it didn't quite reach her eyes. Probably raccoons. Old houses attract them. Don't worry. I wanted to believe her. But that evening, when I went to brush my teeth, I noticed something in the mirror, a thin line of dusty footprints leading from the attic door to the bathroom. Tiny, bare footprints. Too small for an adult. Too big for a raccoon. I tried to convince myself they'd always been there. I wiped them away with a towel and didn't mention it. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept staring at the attic door across the hallway. Around 1:30 a.m., the doorknob rattled. Once. Then again. Slow, deliberate. I held my breath. I didn't get up. Eventually, the noise stopped. Somehow, I fell asleep. On the third morning, I almost packed up and left early. But I'd prepaid for the weekend and told myself I was being ridiculous. That afternoon, a storm rolled in. Heavy rain, wind, the works. Power went out for about an hour, so I lit a candle. That's when I noticed it, a thin draft coming from the attic door. Like there was a gap around the frame. I swear I could hear a faint humming sound, like someone singing behind the door. By nightfall, the storm passed. I made tea and tried to relax. Around midnight, the humming started again, this time, clearer, like a lullaby. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and crept to the attic door. My heart was pounding so loud it felt like the whole house could hear. The lock wasn't latched. I pushed the door open just a few inches. The smell hit first, damp wood and something sour. I raised my flashlight and saw the narrow wooden stairs leading up. Something moved at the top of the stairs. A shape. Small. Crouched. It shuffled back, out of the light. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, it said, "She doesn't like when guests come up here." I slammed the door and ran outside in my socks. I sat in my car until sunrise, shaking. The next morning, I left the key on the table and drove straight home. I texted Marla to say I had to leave early for family reasons. She just replied, "Understood. Take care." I went back on the Airbnb site a few days later to leave a review, and the listing was gone. I called the non-emergency line in that town. I felt silly reporting it, but the officer said they'd do a wellness check. I never heard anything else. I don't know what, or who, was in that attic. But I still hear that lullaby sometimes in my head.